Hey guys, Ralph Havens here, and I've got a short video because I'm about to jump on with a client, and I've already been setting up the space for my early client this morning. What I do is before the day starts, I take all of my one-on-one clients and I do a special session for them every single day. And most of the time, I don't send them an email or anything, but they're with me. And what I do on Thursdays is do that for the whole group. So that's going to be coming a bit later for everybody on the email list. One thing that comes to mind though, so many people. Let me just back up a little bit. I without divulging a lot of inner stuff around details around this one client I'm working with. He came from a really dark place, lots of despair and lots of real good reasons for despair. And so he reached out to me and I've been helping him and he's been doing really well and he's doing the work. He's doing the work. And one thing I noticed about his success is he's doing stuff. He's doing stuff. He's not just doing the spiritual work or the inner stuff. He's doing stuff. And we actually found a way for him to sevenfold increase his money. And it was right there, but it had been hidden from him because of all this pain that he had been going through. Now, years ago, I I I was in a tough spot. I only had 5 client visits for the week, and I had a therapist that was working with me. So we would go to tea a lot because we didn't have any clients. And it was my girlfriend of 10 years had broken up with me, and I was in San Diego, and I thought I want to live in the Pacific Northwest. I think I'll just sell the house and go to Portland. Um, and we were talking, and and she goes, "Well, Ralph, you can always do that, but these 2 doctors, Dr. Bressler, Dr. Tantz, had said that if you could see Medicare clients, they would send you a lot of people." And I had a place that wasn't wheelchair accessible in San Diego, and really cute place, but not wheelchair accessible. And there was a place that had come up for rent about a quarter mile up the road in beautiful Mission Hills, upstairs, looking out over Mission Hills, and it was twice as much rent. And she says, "You could get that spot, and we could go there." And she said, "You could always just quit later and it doesn't work and sell the house and move up to Portland." And I thought, you know what, let's do it. And that's funny because I didn't have anything holding me there in San Diego, I thought. And I always wanted to live in Portland or the Pacific Northwest, but I decided to do it. And so I didn't have the money, and I put it on a credit card, and I did it. And sure enough, a month into it, those 2 doctors were sending me lots of clients, and it was rolling. And then it went kind of a little funny later because I got into a more energetic form of therapy called integrated manual therapy that turned into 110 classes in 10 years and literally saved my life and has saved millions of people around the world, probably with all the different practitioners doing it. But but I decided this is the way I got to go because it's helping so many more people than my old method. But those 2 doctors started to get a little freaked out about this weird form of therapy, even though a lot of their clients were having great success. But some of them were coming back like, I don't know, those guys are kind of weird. And so it freaked them out enough that they quit sending very much business. And so then I had another friend in Los Angeles who told me, well, Sheila, who had a big practice in LA, uses these consultants and from Burbank. And so she said, you might as well do that. And I didn't have the money again because we had kind of started going downhill again. And and so I signed up with them, and that was $25,000. And I didn't have the money. I was making about $100,000 gross income at the time, but paying out towards rent and all this stuff. And so I was like, I got to do this. I'm either going to do this or not do this. And you know how when you spend a lot of money and go for something, you can get this pit in your stomach, like, oh my God, what have I done? And and that's a thing. That's a thing. That's a thing. But working with them for 9 months, I grew my business and it started to work. And I got an office manager, which costs more money, but then that started to work. I wasn't the one answering the phones and taking voice messages. Clients could just sign up directly by calling my office manager, and she was really, really good. And And so 9 months in, I spent another $25,000 with these consultants. What happened was over 5 years, I spent $150,000 with them. And my business grew up to $600,000 gross income. Now, could I have done that by myself? I don't think so. Was it comfortable to do that, to jump like that? Not at all. Not at all. Did I make some mistakes? Yeah. There's a couple of programs that I got with them that I thought I didn't really need the billing program. I could have saved that 20-something thousand bucks. And even the personal finance program that was 25,000 bucks that put all these systems in place, that was kind of cool, but I could have kept it with just a couple of their systems and probably spent about $50,000 over that time and made pretty much the same. And maybe even already still had a practice there, but I kept going for it. And so I overspent what I maybe got the benefit out of, but the key is to go do stuff that makes you uncomfortable sometimes, and then to go for it. And, it's been said that the easy life is hard and the hard life is easy. And the way I take that, Steve Harvey has a really great video, if you want to watch that, called Jump on YouTube, Steve Harvey, the comedian. And he says, you see people that are making big money and they're living big lives and they're doing great things in the world. One thing they have in common is they all jumped. But the funny thing is, it's like their parachute didn't open right away. This is his video. You should watch his video. They got hit on the rocks and they got cut and they got tumbled down and they had to go jump again. And the easy life, though, of not jumping, you get to the end of that life, and it's like, it's hard to sit with that one of the worst things, one of my coaches said his thing that keeps him going is he thinks of himself at the end of his life, and he's standing there with a version of himself that went for it and him not going for it. So that's the hard part. So, my mom kept trying to get the easy life, and she kept getting smaller and smaller, even though she had a PhD in healing art. And she ends up she lives in Kentucky in the woods, no cell phone, full of a lot of fear, just a lot of fear, doesn't have a cell phone, doesn't talk to me, doesn't do anything. Everything makes her nervous. And she keeps trying to get comfortable, And my stepdad just smoked tons and tons of cigarettes and kept complaining about the world and never got off his butt and did anything. And so, the easy life, trying to get comfortable, it's hard in the end. The hard life, you do the hard thing one time and go for it, and it starts to work. So it's something it's not an easy jump, and it's easy to talk yourself out of stuff by saying that, I got to stick with my my gut, or I got to stick with my if it doesn't feel good, I'm not going to do it. It's like, if you got a real big vision and you got something you want to do, if you're not going to do certain things to get ahead, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? So that's my message. I'm about to jump off and finish getting set up for my client. And yeah, if you want, I've got a whole framework of what we use to help people, my one-on-one clients. And I released it as a framework so people could see it. And there's a technique to use in there. It's in the thing called Enlighten Up. And you can go get it for free. There's a bunch of links I have in this link, ralphhavens.com/atomic success secrets. ralphhavens.com/atomic success secrets. And you can cruise around in there and get different videos and trainings and all sorts of cool stuff. There's even a video, a 15-minute one that's really good for the entrepreneurs. Because when you get that pit in your stomach and you jumped and you're like, what the heck did I do? There's a way to use that feeling of uncomfortableness as your greatest gift to get you to the next level. And then because of the obstacle, you're a much better person farther down the road towards your goals. So take a look at that if you want, ralphhavens.com/atomic success secrets. And let's get out there and heal yourself and heal the world. Bye, you guys.